Meredith with Breakbulk Events and Media. I have Steffen Behrens from deugro in the studio with me, and he has just completed a session on looking at changing freight formats, which is a big topic. I know it's of interest to pretty much everyone in this huge hall. So, Steffen, tell us some of the high points, some of the, first maybe describe the problem, what the dilemma is right now, and why do we need to look at new formats?
First of all, thanks, Leslie. Yeah, I think it's a big topic. It's a topic where everybody's sort of at the moment trying to find the right solution. And there's a lot of try and error, I think, in the market from our clients as well. So we were together with our clients trying to fix this during discussions and contract discussions. Eventually, we want to come up with some kind of format where you can execute a project, whether it's a one-year contract project or 2 or 3 years long term. Our job is to continue our service and to continue to move freight. And obviously Corona has made this very difficult, and the supply chains eventually came to a standstill, and now we're trying to figure out what is the best way forward for this not to happen again. And so these discussions are about rate agreements linked to certain indices or different index models, and I think there are a few solutions out there, but our clients need to be they need to be open to this. So I very much appreciate the panel talk today, because it's only something which you can do together with your client. It's very difficult to define this before, rather than having that discussion and to trying to find that solution.
Yeah, absolutely. And different, opposite sides of that contract are going to have obviously different perspectives, and what's favorable for one side may not be favorable for the other. And it seems to me that you sort of sit in the middle. How do you manage that process?
Well, as I said, you probably start a project discussion early on. You have discussions about rate trends. Where's the market currently? How can we execute? And then really it's a matter of putting something into a contract where you say, look, we're going to do a QBR, we're going to do 6 months, 12 months reviews, and then adjust it based on some kind of level in order to continue servicing, in order to continue to move freight at the end of the day.
Yeah, absolutely. So do you think there's consensus here?
Yeah, as I said at the beginning, I think last 2 or 3 years, lots and lots of try and error. Is there consensus? I don't think across the board. The perfect solution is not out there, because otherwise we wouldn't have had this discussion today at the end of the day. So we're working on it. We're trying to, obviously, being a freight forwarder or project freight forwarder, being in the middle, as Cyril said as well. We're trying to come up with solutions. We are constantly pitching solutions, and we are trying and working on solutions, and some of them work and some of them don't work, but there are ideas out there, there are solutions, and it just comes down to having a client that wants to get engaged into that discussion. And obviously, what we had over the past years, there were a lot of lump sum turnkey projects, and in a lump sum turnkey environment, the client is not really willing to have that discussion, right? They want to have it fixed for the 3 years without any escalations, and I think that's where it gets very difficult. Now, we need to see where's the market going. Are we going into a market where contracts are cost plus again? Contracts eventually on EPC side, which is cost reimbursable, then we're again in a different environment. So I think that needs to be closely watched, and we need to develop solutions together with our clients that sort of help both sides and are not just beneficial for one side of the table.
Well, that's the trick, isn't it? All right. Well, it sounds like you're on the right road, though, and having this panel bring these people together is a good step. So, quick change of subject. How's the event for you so far?
I think it's great. I mean, I remember very well the first Middle East Breakbulk event, which was in Abu Dhabi. And I think it was 2 or 3 years then in a row in Abu Dhabi. And now, since, 2 or 3 years in Dubai, if I recall correctly. And if you just see the size of the event, how it's grown over the years, you can certainly see there's a lot of Middle East interest at the moment. And yeah, it's just great to see. I mean, if I go on my LinkedIn and I saw over the last 2 weeks how many people are intending to travel to Dubai and to the Middle East, I think it's great. It's good to see a lot of the industry peers and former colleagues and friends. So great event.
Good to hear, and thank you so much for talking to us again.